Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing a home decor organization small space inspiration video. I'm very excited about it, and this is a timely manner, okay, because if you guys know anything about me, I am coffee obsessed. When I did Vlogmas, every vlog started with me going to get coffee. I have a latte in my intro little banner that you'll see here in a moment, and coffee brings me joy, okay? And 2 days ago, my espresso machine kaput, broken. It's not something that I can just get fixed or anything like that. She's a goner. So it's time to change things up. Needless to say, I'm pretty devastated about the espresso machine, but I've had my eyes on another little beauty for a little bit, so this feels like an official sign that it's time to go for it, clean up the space. I mean, you guys, I'm gonna show you this space because the whole area of that counter, it's a disaster. I mean, it's just bad. So let's get into it. I will show you guys the space, I'll show you the machine that's broken, and then we're gonna go on an adventure to get the new coffee machine and kind of set up like a really cute little in-home cafe vibe. But hopefully this helps anyone else who also has a small space, because you know, I don't have just like a ton of room to be throwing all this crazy stuff. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're making an in-home cafe, and I'm very excited about it. Okay, so like I mentioned, I'm showing you a before of this space so you can really get a full effect of what we're working with. I mean, right now, what we have is a total waste of space. Charles and I were talking about it, and he's like, honestly, I don't even look at that part of the kitchen. Like, the countertop ends at our sink for both of us because this corner is a disaster. And so I really want to clean it up, make it look nice, make the space usable for us, and also, of course, get a functioning coffee machine, turn it into a cute little vibe so that when I go over there, I'm like, this is adorable. I want to make my coffee every day, not, okay, this is a disaster. I'm just going to go spend $6 on a coffee. We're trying to get away from that. Warning, major clutter ugliness in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, this is what we're working with here. So this is the espresso machine that broke. It's by DeLonghi. I got it because it's very simple. It can do a single shot, a double shot, and it can steam your milk. And it worked very well for me for a very long time, but the motor in here is done. She's not interested in doing anything else, and I think I almost blew up our house last time I tried to use this. So in this area, this is like extra coffee things that like I'm hoping I won't need with the new machine. I have the Nespresso milk frother because I wasn't liking the steamer on that thing anyway, so obviously I'll be keeping this, and I'm hoping to get a cute little tray or something for back here where I can have the frother and I can have my syrup. Listen, I'm that lady, okay? I bought myself hazelnut syrup and I put it in my coffee. But like, I want to get rid of like things like this because I'm hoping I won't need it anymore with the new machine. And like, I just have clutter. I mean, this is still from when I broke the machine. I was like doing all these tests to see if it was really broken, and so like I was really devastated. This was just like a day ago, so I haven't totally cleaned everything up. I had Charles literally take the machine apart for me, look at it, and we realized like the thing that is most likely broken is just not coming back. So all of this right here is just, that will be going. You get the vibe, right? We're going for declutter. We want minimal things on the countertop, and we want a coffee machine that is easy and that will not mess up my coffee, because that's the other thing, okay? While this machine is very simple, it's a good one. Like, I would still recommend it. I had it for over a year, and it's not one of those like $600 machines, you know? So, I mean, I do appreciate that about it, but it wasn't the most consistent for me because I'm not a professional coffee maker, okay? I'm not a barista. And so there would be like multiple times where like I wouldn't get the ratio right, or I didn't love this or that. So I want something a little more simple, a little more foolproof. You know, I'm basic, okay? Every morning I just want a latte. I want a hazelnut latte with almond milk, okay? That's all I need. I think what we're gonna do is head to Target, potentially Home Goods, if I need to get extra organization stuff, and see if we can get the goods to make this space a little bit better. It is rainy, it is gross today. It's not really the best day to be running errands, but we're doing it anyway. So the other part of this that I forgot to share too, when I did the giveaway back in February, I messed up how I ordered the gift cards. So instead of sending them to the winners the first time, which if you don't follow me on Instagram, you should, because they do giveaways over there. So instead of sending the gift cards to the winners the first time, I sent them to myself, and I couldn't resend them. So I just have a bunch of Target gift cards sitting in my inbox, and I finally went through today and got access to them, and so now I'm gonna use those. Basically, it's like I just like rationed the funds aside for this video. I was so mad at myself when it happened, but all is well. The winners got their gift cards. Now I'm gonna use the ones that I accidentally set myself on this. But yeah, that was a journey. We are back from Target. I've got the new machine in hand. Before I go into details of what I got and why I chose that, we're going to declutter the space so that I can reorganize everything and make it pretty. So let's get to cleaning. Okay, this corner is officially clean. Literally looks a million times better. Nothing in there, and then I organized kind of this end. I mean, we really don't have a better spot for the rice, but the countertops are now clean, and this is kind of all nicely organized in one spot. So that looks better. Now I'm going to get out the new stuff. I'll talk about the new machine I got and show you the new setup. I decided to pick up the Nespresso Virtuo Next machine. I did this for a couple of reasons. One, I knew that this would brew a really consistent cup of coffee every time. Second reason is that this is super easy to use. There's literally one button that you have to push and the machine does the rest. Each pod has a barcode on it and the machine scans that to make the coffee consistently and perfectly every time. If you're worried about the pods like I was, the Nespresso pods are completely recyclable. All you have to do is collect them and then drop them off at one of their recycling centers. When you purchase any of the Nespresso machines, they actually give you a starter pack with a bunch of different flavors so you don't waste your money on pods you don't like. I ended up grabbing a few things from Amazon to finish off the space. These acrylic drawers are such a good way to store the pods and you can keep an eye on what you've got. I grabbed this gold tray from Target in the Magnolia section and it holds everything perfectly. I keep the frother, my syrup, and then a couple cute things like the candle and greenery here. Because this area is in a pretty dark corner in the kitchen, I added some under cabinet lighting. I grabbed these from Amazon and they work super well. One more pro about this machine is the price tag. This is $159 compared to the $300 that I spent on the last machine that broke. So let's have a chat about the coffee. The real reason that maybe some of you are here, the real reason that I'm making this video is the Nespresso Next actually worth it? Is the coffee good? Because I've seen so many people talk about this stuff on Instagram. Like, everybody has this machine, and I've tried the Keurig and I don't love it as much. This coffee is so stinking good. It exceeded my expectations by 1,000,000%. I think because it does actually brew espresso, unlike maybe the new Keurigs do, but when I tried it, they couldn't. So, I mean, this coffee tastes just like when I was making it out of my espresso machine, but it's better because it's consistent every time. And it just, I don't know, it just brews it perfectly because that's how they designed it to be. So I'm really happy with the quality of coffee that I'm getting for the price that I paid for not only the machine, but also the pods. Another thing I like about this machine is that it can do, single shots of espresso all the way up to like a full, like they call it a carafe full of, like, you can do like pour over style coffee in this. So that way, if someone else comes over and they want a coffee, but they're not, like an espresso drinker, or they just want something else, I can actually make that for them instead of just being like, I can make you a shot of espresso if you want, but you have to like hazelnut syrup or whatever. This just gives me a little more option as far as that. And then if I ever change my preferences, which I'm gonna drink hazelnut lattes probably for the rest of my life, so. But if I do change my mind, I've got options there as well. So that is just a little bit about the actual coffee, because it's something I was really curious about. And like, I feel like I had a preconceived idea of like the pods, like, are they really gonna be good? And from what I've tried so far, I've been like craving them. Like, I get up in the morning and I'm like, oh, I just wanna make my coffee. They're so good. And I will also say, so like I said, I bought the blue and the purple pods, and it's like the intense espresso and then the like medium espresso. Truthfully, I didn't notice that big of a difference between the purple and the blue, so I'll probably just like be alternating back and forth between them, but I really like them both. So delicious, and I can't wait to try more of their like seasonal flavors and things like that as they come out. So also, I just want to add that if there are other home places or small apartment places like this that you guys have questions on and you want to see how I would work through them, leave it in the comments down below, because this is the content that I am really looking for right now, and something that I've struggled with renting in the past. How do you make an apartment that you maybe don't have as much control over the space as you'd like feel like your home and a space that you're obsessed with? And it's something I'm working on. I want to share the whole journey with you guys, and sometimes it's little pieces like, just redoing a coffee corner. Sometimes it's full room redesigns. So let me know what space you want to see next, because I'm so excited about this type of content. All right, guys, that is the final little coffee corner transformation. I know it's pretty simple, but for me, the space feels completely different. And I think that's something that's really important to keep in mind when you have a small space. It's really easy to see, YouTube videos or Instagram videos and be like, wow, I need to do something wild. I need all this crazy stuff. And it's like, you don't necessarily, and especially when you have a small space, sometimes less is more. So I'm so happy to, one, have a machine that works now. I can have coffee every day. Two, have a space that's like much more peaceful and decluttered, and I just come over here and I get so excited. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The coffee corner is done. I hope this inspires you if you're looking to switch up your coffee place, you're looking for some ideas for a small kitchen, things like that. Let me know if you guys like this video by liking and commenting, and of course subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my other videos. That is it from me. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me, and I will see you again very soon.